let's make a painting. And always the second painting or the third one, actually not the, if it's not the first one, usually the brush doesn't want to spin anymore. All right, so let's focus on that. Ooh, miss. What are you doing, buddy? I think it's because usually I use that brush all the time. In the last painting I didn't use it. I used the flat one instead of this. And maybe this brush is matte to me. So, what do you want? Okay, you want to be part of the game. I don't mind at all. You know what? I will deep you. Like, this is a lot of paint, man. Okay, so you want to be part of it, you're going to be part of it. So let's go and do this. That's a lot of paint we put here. So what we're going to do is doing this and this. And now here, we're going to do the horizon. We're going to take some of the bluey and blend it right here. Oh, that's some purple. Oh, why not? We can use that too. Okay, now you're part of the whole thing, so don't complain. We're gonna take the big boy. And the reason for that is I'm gonna push all the water down here and barely touching the top of the clouds. And that's, you see, that's gonna help everything develop. And I'm gonna keep moving it around. There we go. Now, let it develop. We're not gonna bother it. Excuse me, guys. I believe I said like a couple of videos ago, I'm getting sick, so it is what it is. I was thinking not recording because my voice start cracking, and after each session that I'm doing, doesn't feel so well. But you know, I mean, I love painting, man. So it's like it is what it is. If you don't like the voice with the cracking voice, just don't watch it pretty much, or just put it on the mute. That's gonna do it too. All right, so let's go to the clouds. There we go. And I feel like this one want to be a little bit more shiny right here. That's what it feels like, because you have all these clouds. And maybe it's a good idea if I put like some kind of light here, right? And this light is gonna come down from the middle of the clouds. And of course, we're gonna accomplish that by simply first clean the brush and start making these clouds here. Oops, that's not a clean brush, man. Okay, so now we can start actually adding these bright clouds here. I think I'm gonna create multiple layers of clouds here, and they're gonna be like they're coming toward us all the way far. There we go. And then we have these big boys over here. So we're gonna establish them a little bit more. Now, instead of like adding more dark color so we can have a high contrast, instead of that, actually I'm gonna remove some of the color from the middle. And by removing it, actually, I'm making the other cloud. So by removing this cloud on the back, we actually making the other cloud. So, you know, go figure it out. Now, if this go like this, is a good idea. We remove some of the paint on the top too, so we can have a matching, not symmetrical, but like well-balanced lines. And of course, here, we're gonna use the same idea and remove some of the paint so we can show up these clouds a little bit better. Now I know I do like this, what's happened here, but for the purpose of the best for the composition, I think it's good to remove. Now when it's come time for the foreground, and I don't mean foreground of the painting, but the foreground of the clouds, because you know, excuse me, you know the foreground, like this part of the painting, the bottom part of the painting, the foreground of the painting, the foreground have foreground, background, and midground, and the midground get foreground, background, and the midground, and the background have foreground, midground, and background. So it's like, it's keep going. It's each individual is got their own things going on. So we got to think about that too. All right, so there we go, our clouds here. Remove some of it a little bit, not too much. We want to have multiple layers on each level, but try not to overdo it. Now, here is very interesting thing, what's going to happen. Here is going to be our connection with the ground. And instead of like before, I remove some of the paint and adding more contrast so we can have a nice separation between the ground and the sky. This time we're going to be very gentle and we're going to actually have that here on the right side, but on the left side, excuse me, on the left side we're going to have something blending. So it's like kind of misty day coming down, and then we're going to add the light, of course, going down through the middle. There we go. Look at that. Okay. So this is good. Now I'm going to use my palette knife and we're going to push a little bit. There it is. So why are we pushing this? Well, first of all, we want to match with the rest of the painting here, but also we're going to match with the lights on the clouds. So that's going to help overall to feel like one thing. Plus, it's going to be more interesting. Excuse me, guys. I'm just like, try to clear my throat all the time. All right. Now, let's go with the other part. And of course, here we can mess it up all we want. One wrong move and we pretty much messed up the whole painting. We're gonna try to create this kind of bright light going right through the middle. So let's not mess it up that much. There we go. Here we gotta blend it. Here we gotta blend it. And here we gotta blend it. There it is. And the other part is gonna be here. Now I will show you a different thing. Instead of like removing the paint and adding, the other way we can do this is if we pre-put the orange and then take a multiple brush and just gently push down. We can do that too. So it's very depend. I just wanted to show you different ways. You can do this. You know, it's a different techniques, but right now they look different, you know. So we gotta remove one of it. I just wanted to show you. That's also proof, another point, that the watercolor is very forgivable as long as you don't like force it. If you don't force it, you will be like just fine. A lot of people like to force things, including me, by the way, because you know you want it now. It's like, bro, I want it now. It doesn't work that way. I mean, sometimes it's work, but generally it's not a good practice. Usually you will not get the results you want. So once you do this, you got to pick up, by the way, you got to pick up which type you want. And of course, when you have the lines like this, now they're fine, you know, they're fine, but try to break them down here and there. You don't try to be like the beam of lights. Of course they go like this, but keep in mind they're transparent too. So if that's the case, you got to break them down a little bit. A good idea is for the ground to use the palette knife. And why the palette knife? Well, because that's what we use here. And in the sky, we use the brush, so it's a good idea to use the brush again. You don't need to discover anything new, man. Now this is all fine and good. I do like it. One thing I don't like is here. I think it's going to be beneficial for our composition to remove some of the paint. There we go. And here, I tried earlier with the palette knife, it didn't work. And of course, we can leave it like this, you know, not a biggie. We can leave it like this, it's going to be totally fine. But why not put, and if you watch my paintings before, you already know what is that. It's a baby rock right here. Of course, a little bit of grass and drawing shadow. I like rocks. I don't think I like them as much as the clouds, but I think that's my favorite thing. And of course, now we're gonna remove some of the paint from that baby rock right here. There we go. Not too much. And for the final part, it's going to be adding more dark and shadows. Usually I put grass around that stuff, but this time no. I will put like a ant right here. Little dot. I don't think the camera can pick it up. And there we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.